Mazda is synonymous with two things, the Rotary engine and sports cars. And we've brought 3 generations of them here to test today. Mazda's made over 2 million Rotary engine cars, and over 850,000 of them have been this, the RX-7. Mazda's famous for making rotary engine cars. This one, the FB, the original RX-7, sold in huge numbers. This one has a twin rotary of 1.2 litres. That engine will rev to 7,000 revs, which for an early 80s car really is quite extraordinary. It's such a smooth little unit, very responsive too. You can see why this car gained such acclaim back in the day when it was originally launched. I've always admired these cars for Mazda's unique engineering. And you know what, it does live up to the hype. It's really good fun to drive. This little engine's fantastic. This is the FC car. The second series of car was available as a coupe and a convertible. So this car is around 200 to 300 kilos heavier than the original car. Now to counteract that, the twin rotor engine is now 1.3 litres in capacity, and in this one it's got a turbocharger, which means it's got 205 horsepower. The 80s was a generation where you couldn't buy sunglasses without turbo written on the side of them, so it's very fitting that it's on this car. Adding a turbocharger really transforms it into something that feels genuinely brisk today. For many people, the RX-7 that they recognise is this one. This is the Generation 3 or the FD car. This is a car that's famous because it's been in things like Fast and the Furious, and if you grew up with a PlayStation, you'll be very aware of this car and you'll have driven it around various circuits around the world on your television. It's a 1.3 dual rotor, so there's 2 turbos in this car. We're looking at a car that can do 0 to 62 in around about 5 seconds and tops out at above 160 miles an hour. It's quite eye-opening how impressive the performance is. It just looks wonderful. It's a real privilege to drive. It's been really fascinating today to get the opportunity to drive all 3 of these cars back to back. Mazda's always been a company that's very much defined by its engineering, and these 3 cars demonstrate that beautifully.